Hello out there. How is everybody doing? This is the Fantasy Bro Luke Eccles for Fantasy Bro Sports coming at you today with some running back rankings. Gonna go through my top 20 running back rankings today. In a great mood today, super pumped up. I've been putting out the quarterback ranking videos. They've been going well. I'm super happy with the way they've turned out. I love the way the running back rankings have turned out. I did a little model that I'm going to present today to go through the running back rankings. Football's on today. I got my Trubisky shirt on. Super pumped that football's back. Played a little DraftKings contest tonight. Not planning on doing real well, but threw some sleepers in there anyway, hoping to quick cash on football season, get out ahead of the main slates for the regular season. So really excited today to go through running back rankings. Like I said, I'm going to go through the top 20. I kind of put together a little bit of a model to help me navigate the running back landscape. The past few years, it's been wide receivers, and then last year it was boom, running back. Before anybody really knew it. Even last year before drafts, they were talking about zero running back strategy and this and that. And then last year, if you didn't have one of those primary backs, you were just toast. So, the focus this year is a lot more on running backs. And there is a ton of storylines when it comes to running backs, probably more than what we could cover on just this show. But it's really important to have 2-3 solid running backs on your team. They are the backbone of your fantasy football team. I mean, other than the quarterback, they're the positions that touch the ball the most. If you have a couple dominant running backs, you have a dominant team for the most part. So, it's really important to take the time and set up your rankings, find out the guys you're most confident with. So I set up a little bit of a model today to help us out with our running back rankings. So really excited about how it turned out, and really excited to share it with all of you. So, without further ado, gonna get right into it. At number 1 overall, got Todd Gurley. Los Angeles Rams had a great year last year. Going all in on their offense. As far as the running back, he's got 3 down back potential. My confidence factor is the highest it can get. It's at a 8 overall confidence factor, which is the highest we can get on the model. He's in the prime of his career. He's in a absolute awesome offense, and he's a 3 down back. So number 1 overall, Todd Gurley. Number 2 overall, got Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon's been ascending every year he's been in the league. The Chargers have been consistent. They're going to be looked at as maybe a Super Bowl contender this year. Melvin Gordon is a 3 down back. I love the Chargers offense. My confidence factor with Melvin Gordon's 8. Just like Todd Gurley, he's in the prime of his career. He's an awesome offense, and he's a 3 down back. So number 2 overall is Melvin Gordon. Number 3 overall, got Saquon Barkley going with the rookie. We've seen rookies have a lot of success the past couple years with Ezekiel Elliott leading the league in rushing. And then, Leonard Fournette last year had Alvin Kamara, had Kareem Hunt, Dalvin Cook. I mean, a ton of rookie running backs that were really, really productive last year. So, I've got Saquon Barkley number 3 overall. The Giants drafted him number 2 overall pick this year, and they're gonna use him. I mean, he's a game changer. It was awesome watching him in college, and I can't wait to watch him in the NFL. He reminds me a little bit of David Johnson, a little bit of Adrian Peterson, a little bit of Arian Foster. Super excited to see him. Got him number 3 overall. Going all in on the Giants this year. He should be a 3 down back. My confidence factor with Barkley is 8, so overall, great confidence. in the Giants and Saquon Barkley. He's got big upside. Offense obviously is going to rely on Eli Manning and Eli Manning's success. But another thing, with Barkley is if Manning can hit Barkley out of the backfield and get him a little bit of space, he's going to make some really, really big plays, breaking tackles, just running guys over. So, a lot of it predicates on Eli, but, number 3 overall for me is Saquon Barkley. Number 4 overall got Leonard Fournette. The Jags had a breakout year last year. I'm buying in to the Jags offense. I'm not quite going all in yet. Their receiving core is, got some players there, but no big names. Blake Bortles is their quarterback. The Jags want to control the ball with the run, so the defenses that they face are going to be guarding against the run. So that's kind of why I'm buying into the Jags offense. I'm not going all in, but still I got Leonard Fournette, number 4 overall. He's going to be the focal point of that offense. He's going to have a huge workload, 10 plus TDs, maybe a little bit of health concerned because he does run so hard, but, he's a beast. Got Leonard Fournette, number 4 overall. Number 5 overall, I got Le'Veon Bell. Pittsburgh Steelers. Right now, just the Steelers overall, every position, I have them as cautious. I'm real cautious about the Steelers this year. Just think, they got some players that are getting up there in age, kind of turnover on the coaching staff. Not their head coach, obviously, Mike Tomlin, but at the offensive coordinator. So could be a little bit of changes there. Just seems like there's always a lot of drama surrounding the Pittsburgh Steelers. So got Le'Veon Bell, number 5 overall. I can't knock Le'Veon too much. He's just been a beast for years. He's sitting out training camp once again. So how is that going to affect his season? It hasn't yet. In the past years, he sat out training camp, but you never know when that kind of stuff is going to catch up to him. Overall, got Le'Veon Bell, number 5. So number 6 overall is David Johnson. Really rooted for DJ as long as he's been in the league. Arizona Cardinals this year. I'm going to try to stay away from that offense just because really Sam Bradford at quarterback kind of scares me a little bit. And then the rookie there that they have, Josh Rosen, haven't really seen much of him, so it's hard to really know what to expect from the Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to try to stay away from them if I can. I mean, obviously I got David Johnson as a keeper in one league, so I'm going to root for him, and hopefully he just has the awesome season, like, the 1,000 rushing yards, 1,000 receiving yards that his goal is to get this year. But just with all the new stuff surrounding the Arizona Cardinals, David Johnson, another year coming off injury, maybe low TDs compared to what we would like to see out of top 10 overall back. So right now I get David Johnson at number 6 overall. Number 7 overall, Devonta Freeman. This guy's been a beast for the last 4 years, I think, just reliable. He sat out a few games with concussions last year here and there. But when he plays, I mean, you can count on a big game from him. I really like the Falcons' offense, going all in on the Falcons' offense. I got Devonta Freeman as the primary ball carrier on his team. He's going to have Tevin Coleman there to kind of spell him as a secondary option. Tevin Coleman's got a lot of talent too, but overall Devonta Freeman should get 2/3 of the work. Got his confidence factor at a 7 overall. Very high confidence factor with Devonta Freeman. Maybe, like I said, a few health concerns with concussions and stuff. But if he plays 16 games, we've seen him before. If he plays 16 games, he's got number 1 overall running back upside. The Falcons that I've seen in the past kind of try to preserve their running backs, looking towards the end of the season, being in playoff contention. Being in the playoffs, they're going to need those backs later in the season. So I really think the Falcons do everything they can to kind of spell Devonta Freeman, watch his workload so he doesn't get overworked as well. So got hit Devonta Freeman number 7 overall in my running back ranking. So number 8 is Alvin Kamara. New Orleans Saints. Kamara had an awesome rookie year last year, going all in on the Saints offense. Kamara is probably going to split touches with Mark Ingram when Mark Ingram comes back from suspension. But right now, it looks like Kamara's backfield for the first 4 games. Confidence factor in Kamara's 6. Probably just because of the split with Mark Ingram once he comes back, 50-50 split there with those 2 guys. But listen, Kamara's got huge big play potential. He's a threat every time he touches the ball. I like Kamara because I know the Saints run specific plays, pass plays to get Kamara the ball. So, seen a lot out of him last year, and exciting player. I got him number 8 overall. Next, number 9, Ezekiel Elliott, Dallas Cowboys. I'm really trying to stay away from the Dallas Cowboys this year if I can. Just think that their offense is kind of depleted, not sure what to expect out of Dak. I'm sure Ezekiel Elliott's going to be the 3-down back. He's going to get a huge workload. But, kind of with the same concerns that I had with David Johnson, just might not have the touchdown opportunities like you expect to see from Ezekiel Elliott. So, my confidence factor with Zeke is number 4 overall, just kind of down on the Cowboys offense. That's why I got Zeke ranked 9th overall, probably a little bit lower than some people would expect. But number 10 overall, Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt had a huge breakout year, kind of wore down towards the middle of the year, and then you saw the Chiefs start going back to him late. He started making a difference later in the year in games. So, I think the Chiefs are going to try to preserve Kareem Hunt a little bit, similar to the way the Falcons would with Devonta Freeman. So you're going to see Spencer Ware spelled in there every once in a while with Kareem Hunt, still have him as the primary back in that offense. I'm buying into the Chiefs offense, probably not going all in quite yet, just because Patrick Mahomes, expecting big things out of Mahomes, but, just a little bit of question mark there, probably not going all in with the Chiefs offense, just in a buy-in. But, overall, got a confidence factor of 6 with Kareem Hunt, would not hesitate to draft them at all. The offense should be fast-paced, give Kareem Hunt plenty of chances out of the backfield, both running and receiving. So, number 10 overall for Kareem Hunt. Number 11 overall, Dalvin Cook for Minnesota Vikings. Going all in on the Vikings offense this year. Had a great year last year. Cook got hurt early on, but before he got hurt, he looked like a top 10 back, maybe top 5 back. I have on my notes that he's a lock for a top 10 back if he stays healthy. I temper hit the expectations with Dalvin Cook a little bit because I don't think he'll be a 3-down back. I think he'll be a primary back and then get spelled a little bit with Latavius Murray. The Vikings team that is looking forward to playoff push, playoffs, maybe even a Super Bowl run. They really want to do everything they can to make sure Dalvin Cook is there when they get to the playoffs this year and they have that weapon. So, I think they'll try to rest him and spell him as they can throughout the season to try to keep him healthy. The sky's the limit, I think, with Dalvin Cook. So, number 11 overall for Dalvin Cook. So, very good ranking there. Number 12 overall, go Bears. Got Jordan Howard at number 12 overall. I'm buying in the Bears offense this year. Got Jordan Howard as the primary ball carrier. I think he'll still get spelled a little bit with Tariq Cohen. I know they set up specific plays to get Cohen the ball. He's so explosive. But Jordan Howard's a beast. If you can remember a couple years ago, his rookie year, the Bears were just out there grinding. They didn't have much left in their season, but Howard was out there playing with just a separated shoulder, busted shoulder, just had a beast, almost 200-yard game running down the field, and you could see he was avoiding people with his left shoulder because it was so messed up. So he's just a gamer, got a lot of confidence in him. I think the Bears are going to try to use those running backs as much as they can to keep the pressure off Trubisky. So, 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns is in Jordan Howard's future this year. So, got Jordan Howard at number 12 overall. Number 13 overall, I got Christian McCaffrey, Carolina Panthers, going all in with the Carolina Panthers offense this year. Saw a lot of potential late in the year from McCaffrey. Just was a beast and a terror going on their playoff push, and then game into the playoffs that they played. So, I think that, the Panthers will still split carries. I don't think McCaffrey will get a ton of carries. They got C.J. Anderson there. Have a lot of confidence in C.J. Anderson. So I think that should be close to a 50-50 split. But I do like that the Panthers seem to have specific plays set up for McCaffrey. The shovel pass, saw that work a couple times with the calf. So got a lot of confidence in him. Would love to get him on my team. Just big play potential anytime he touches the ball. So got Christian McCaffrey, number 13 overall. Confidence factor of 6 in McCaffrey. So next up, ranked number 14 overall, I got Jerick McKinnon, new team this year. He's on the San Francisco 49ers, going all in on the 49ers offense this year. Just think, the way they ended last year, they got all the momentum still. Whether it carries over this year, I think it will. Jimmy Garoppolo there, he's a leader. I mean, their offense, Kyle Shanahan always seems to have productive backs. I feel like Jerick McKinnon's going to be the primary back, but he's going to get spelled a lot with Matt Breida. I know the 49ers have a lot of confidence in Breida. He showed well last year as well. Strong runner, can kind of do it all with Breida, but I think, the offense is going to primarily run through Jerick McKinnon. He's going to get 2/3 of the carries and 2/3 of the passes. So, the upside of that offense, my confidence factor with Jerick McKinnon is 7. I got him number 14th overall. Goal line carries for the 49ers. That'll be interesting to see whether the goal line carries primarily go to McKinnon or Breida. I think they'll probably kind of split goal line carries. So number 14 overall for Jerick McKinnon. Number 15th overall, crazy. The model spit out that my confidence factor in Lamar Miller, number 15th overall, confidence factor of 8. But hey, it is what it is. If Deshaun Watson, I got Deshaun Watson, number 2 overall QB, going all in on the Texans offense. Obviously, you see when Deshaun Watson was healthy last year, that was the most explosive offense in the league. Deshaun Watson doesn't care what your name is on that football field. He cares about winning football games. Lamar Miller probably burnt some of it in the past. He's been around a while. But listen, Lamar Miller is a running back. He's going to be a 3-down back until Foreman gets back, Deontay Foreman. I think Foreman's got a lot of potential once he gets back, but not sure if he's even off the PUP list, so not sure when to see him. So until we know about Foreman, I got 8 full confidence in Lamar Miller. Got Lamar Miller ranked number 15 overall. I think he's got top 10 running back potential. If he keeps that lone running back spot in the number 1 offense, top 10 potential for sure in a weak division. So number 15 overall for Lamar Miller. Number 16 overall, got Jay Ajayi, Philadelphia Eagles, going all in on the Eagles offense. I think they still kind of got a chip on their shoulder, even though they won the Super Bowl last year. I know there's a lot of big players there. Carson Wentz is going to push that team. I think he's a real leader. Jay Ajayi, like I said, going all in on the Eagles offense, but, Jay Ajayi kind of still running back by committee. So kind of pushed him down a little bit, but I think he'll see the goal line carries. I think he'll see most of the carries, probably not see too many passes out of the backfield, but should be a great offense, should get plenty of goal line work. We've seen Jay Ajayi have some really big plays. out of the backfield as well. So you can count on the big play potential. I think Philadelphia running back by committee team. I think they really work to preserve their running backs for the playoffs, the playoff run, the playoff, the Super Bowl run, that sort of thing. So, I'm hoping Jay Ajayi gets some good rest in there, gets some good work, and can make it 16 games for you this year. So got Jay Ajayi number 16 overall. So number 17th overall, got Derrick Henry, Tennessee Titans. Really kind of cautious about the Tennessee Titans offense this year, just with new head coach, new coordinator. Haven't really seen Marcus Mariota be super consistent. We've seen Derrick Henry behind DeMarco Murray for the last few years. We've seen flashes of just beast mode, but we've also seen him get stuffed in the red zone plenty. So some of that I feel like is maybe a product of play calling. In the past, it was like when Derrick Henry was in the ball game, it was like, hey, Derrick Henry's getting the ball, and the defense just flocked to Derrick Henry and tackled him. I don't know that that's going to be the same case this year, especially if he's the primary ball carrier. Kind of splitting the backfield with Dion Lewis, but still in the game, 50-60% of the time. I think he'll have a lot more opportunity. So got Derrick Henry, number 17th overall. I think 10 touchdowns, rushing touchdowns is definitely in his future. So number 17th overall, Derrick Henry. So number 18th overall in my rankings, I got the next rookie after Saquon Barkley. I've got Darius Geis for Washington. Buying into Washington this year, run game, especially, not sure how their pass game's going to work out, but the division they're in, I think they'll definitely be able to move the ball no matter what. I mean, not too afraid of the Giants defense or the Cowboys defense. The Eagles defense makes some big plays, but they also give up some big plays. So definitely think with the division they're in, getting to play those three teams twice at least, Washington needs number one running back. They got Darius Geis. I think he'll probably get 60% of the work, with Chris Thompson getting the other 40%. So kind of got Geis in a split backfield, but I think he's got a lot of potential. Really interested to see how the preseason works out for Geis. That third preseason game is always critical, so it'll be critical to see Geis, especially during that third preseason game, just to kind of see what kind of workload he's got. But I think definitely got upside. He's killing the social media game right now, getting a lot of hype. So got Darius Geis, number 18 overall in my ranking. Number 19 overall in my ranking, got C.J. Anderson. Not many people know, kind of went under the radar, but C.J. Anderson moved from Denver, and when he was healthy, was a good running back at Denver. Has moved to Carolina Panthers this year. Going all in on the Panthers offense. Like I said, with Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey and C.J. Anderson probably going to be in a running back split in Carolina. So expect C.J. Anderson to get the goal line work. I think. Except for those specific plays on the goal line that are meant for McCaffrey. But, I think if C.J. Anderson plays 16 games, he could have 10 TDs. So, Carolina offense should be good. Confidence factor in C.J. Anderson's number 6, or confidence factor is 6. So, got C.J. Anderson at 19 overall. So, number 20 overall, got Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon was one of those rookies last year. They just had a ton of hype, weren't really sure what to see in that Cincinnati Bengals backfield. Gio Bernard was there last year with Joe Mixon, and also Jeremy Hill. All three of those guys kind of ran into each other all year. Jeremy Hill's gone this year. He went to the Patriots, so really just Joe Mixon and Gio Bernard. I see those two kind of splitting carries evenly, but definitely think Mixon has a ton of talent. The Bengals offense, definitely cautious about the Bengals offense. confidence factor for Joe Mixon's a 4. So not super confident just because it is the Bengals. But definitely has a ton of upside. Could get the workload, get some touchdowns. So number 20 overall, I got Joe Mixon. So that rounds out the top 20 of the running back rankings. I want to keep the videos right around 25 minutes. So going to kind of break and then start running backs 20 through 40 on another video. But, really excited about the Fantasy Bro Sports podcast and videos, getting the website going. Thanks to everybody that listens. I'm excited about the videos. I think they're going well. Please subscribe to the YouTube videos. I share them when you can. Share the videos on Facebook or on Twitter. You can follow us at Twitter at bro_fantasy. We got a Facebook page that's Fantasy Bro Sports. So things are moving. We got some momentum going forward. Definitely excited about the upcoming football season. So with that, gonna end this show. Until next time, see y'all later.